Dad!
Happy birthday, Anthony!
Just need a minute.
Where's my favorite grandson? It smells funky in here.
It sounds like it's coming from under your covers, Anthony.
What are you doing? Stop!
So tomorrow's teachings has done it again. Done what again, you're probably asking? Given me the most absolute insane ending to a video that I think I've ever seen. And the wild thing is I said that last time. The thing about last time though is that that video got copyright struck due to like 6 different songs they played in the video. And I put it on Patreon. But I meant it then. And I mean it now. I had a whole rant about Cruel Summer, the TV show, and how it sucks. It's so bad. It's the worst show I've ever seen beginning to end. But it has one of the best endings to season 1 I've ever seen in my life. The entirety of the show prior to then is like a 0.05 out of 10. That's me being nice. But the ending is so good. It makes me want to go back and start the show from the beginning. The ending to this video doesn't give me the exact same feeling, but it is not in any way what I was expecting when I clicked on a video called Kid Can't Stop Watching Brain Rot. You won't believe it. In fact, I had 3 different versions of this intro ready to go. One was me being kind of like, oh, you know, we're all 27 and stuck on brain rot TikTok. And I was gonna show this because this is the type of brain rot that I consume.
And that's why you smell like cheese. Nah, the beat. I'll go a cappella. Actually, going a cappella. I'll go telepathic.
I go telepathic. It's such a banger, and I've watched and rewatched that TikTok so many times, and I have not laughed so hard at a video on TikTok since English or Spanish roller coaster variations. That's what I thought we're gonna watch. That's what I thought they meant when they said brain rot. And instead, it's adult videos. But they don't tell you that. Instead, they just call it skibbity toilet brain rot. So what happens is we have this very relatable moment where your dad walks in the room while you're in the middle of something.
Morning, kiddo. Dad! What are you doing in here?
Did you forget it's your birthday?
It's not actually relatable, all right? I don't have a dad, but I'm trying to seem like a normal person. So it's relatable. And then after your dad, your little brother walks in.
Happy birthday, Anthony! What is that sound?
And then after your little brother, your grandpa walks in.
Where's my favorite grandson?
Grandpa!
Oh, it's your birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday! It smells funky in here.
So not only are you what they call gooning, you're doing it on your birthday in front of your whole family. Also, back to the brain rot thing. What is this? Is this where skibbity toilet's from? Because I have no idea. When I saw brain rot, I thought, oh, TikTok. Oh, I sure hope it does. Oh, me doing random producer tags everywhere I go. If we're in the car and Lee starts playing a song, right as the song drops, to go DJ Khaled, Jason Derulo, and then we get into Misery Business by Paramore. That's what I was expecting, not skibbity toilet.
What is that sound?
Just need a minute.
What is that sound? Gosh darn, that sounds like either skibbity toilet or like somebody's watching tennis. Will you guys rate my serve? Actually, hold on. That's the first big movement I've done today, so that actually hurt a lot. Also, I don't think I gave the ball time to drop, so I think I just completely missed. So this is like all Lee's equipment. I don't know how she handles these headphones, dude. These are awful. They keep falling out.
Where's my favorite grandson?
Where's my favorite grandson? I'm baking a cake tomorrow, so pretend this is a cake. Imagine 3 generations of Gooners just in one room. There has to be a Theo Von joke in there somewhere where like the grandpa walks in. He's like, oh, back in my day, sonny, we didn't have videos on demand. We had to pay a guy 2 nickels to move them around in his pocket. You just close your eyes and imagine, boy. So you have the dad being like, oh, what are you doing on your computer? Why'd you have to hide it? You have the brother coming in like, hey, happy birthday. What's going on? And you have the grandpa walking in and going, it smells funky in here. And none of them know what's going on.
What is that sound?
I don't know, but it sounds like it's coming from under your covers, Anthony. No, it's not.
What are you doing? Stop!
Okay, I need real answers. If you're the dad in the situation, I know most of us are like, I'm just going to walk out. It's perfectly normal. Not my business. Let them handle that. I'll be back in 20 minutes. You know, just make sure you wash your hands. But if you're the dad in this situation, Is there any situation in which you're reaching in under the covers and being like, let me look at that. I want to know if I've seen this video. Oh, son, this isn't even their best work. I just thought about the end again. Oh, I'm actually so sad I watched this video. I watched this video twice before I started recording because I wanted to have something to say. But the end killed me. Every thought I had leading up to pressing record was completely taken away from me during the last minute of this video. And I just am inching towards it with you, trying to hold your hand, but my hand may be a little sweaty and I don't think you like that. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Actually, my hands don't sweat. I lied to you. Sorry. It will happen again.
I know you're growing up and I get it. It's not just about what you see, it's about how it affects you, your views, your relationship. I want you to have real connections with real girls, not connections coming from a computer screen. It's important to understand that what you watch online can shape the way you see yourself and others, and I want you to be careful and think about the person you want to be.
Which is practically good advice. Like, we're going to take a moment out of me going, oh my God, Gooners, to just say, yeah, if what you watch online is how you shape kind of the relationships you have with real people, maybe take time out of your life to form and maintain some of those relationships. I make a lot of jokes and I stand here and I go, these are the type of people that I don't associate with, or the types that I do. But I've had a lot of good relationships in my life. And I've said this before, I'm very lucky in that I wasn't really on the internet until I was in my early to mid 20s. And so by the time I got here, I was already pretty used to being a person in society and having friends offline. And then when I made friends online, I met people here. I already knew kind of what I wanted out of my relationships. And so if your idea of, let's say, a specific type of people, specific gender, specific whatever, is based on videos you watch online, maybe try and form relationships with those people offline and see how you feel afterwards. Anyway, back to just making fun of did not think I was gonna get a serious moment out about tomorrow's teachings video. Did not even explain this channel because it just completely took me out of it. Tomorrow's teachings is basically just a Dhar Mann ripoff. Dhar Mann has videos like, oh, she rejected this poor boy, but it turns out he was a millionaire and now she regrets it. And Dhar Mann was incredibly successful making these videos where like young man bullies girl, regrets it later, and there's some redemption arc and they get married and he gets cheated on, whatever. A ton of people have made entire careers out of reacting to Dhar Mann or just copying Dhar Mann really, or making their own types of ripoffs. And that's what tomorrow's teaching is. It's, hey, what if I had a Dhar Mann spinoff? I can teach you lessons, but the thing about tomorrow's teachings that I've learned is that there's one thing in every video. Am I too close to the camera right now? There's one thing in every video that completely just kills me. And I hope to God that if you can't make it that far with me, just skip to the end. I'm not even joking. If you can't make it that far, just skip to the end, watch it and be like, oh my God, leave a comment, then dip out. It's fine. And most of you did not get to see the Patreon video. I went through tomorrow's teachings Patreon, and they have stuff like steps is how to help me do this one thing. Oh, he was lonely, but I fixed that. So stuff like that. So their Patreon is just goon material. All right. Their Patreon is just brain rock goon material.
Just want to make sure you're okay. You know you can talk to me about anything, right?
This is what having a dad is supposed to be like. Because my dad, this is the interactions I would have with my dad. I'm going to play myself. You're going to be my father. All right. I'm not adding sound effects. I just need you to assume you know what's happening. All right. Ready? I was 8. All right. I was 8 when this was happening. I had to dodge. Except I was not that fast as a kid. Did not work out for me.
Wait, Dad. So there's this girl at school, and you like her?
Yeah, I've had a crush on her for like 3 years. I mean, we talk a lot, but
3 years is a long time to have a crush on a person. But I guess like if you're in high school, like maybe you just had a crush on one person for a long time and never said anything. I had a crush on a girl named Whitley in middle school. Are we Facebook friends? She has a baby now. Good for her. I'm going to save you from the next couple of minutes. This son's kind of like, hey, I have a crush on a girl. The dad's like, ask her out, son. And he's like, what if she says no? And the dad's like, dude, you're 15, bro. Just ask her out. Take her trick-or-treating. And the kid goes, all right, just talk to her. It doesn't hurt. If you have a crush on someone right now, terrible advice. Go for it. Text them. Hey, and after all this time, I'm still into you.
hey,
Anthony, hey, haven't seen you all day.
I know. What's up, Liz?
Hey.
So what do you guys got planned for tonight?
Look, you might go to Zach's place tonight. He's just got a ton of galaxy gas.
Really?
Don't do galaxy gas. I shouldn't have to make that disclaimer. Don't do galaxy gas. Stop it.
I don't really feel like going to a party. I wanted to go trick-or-treating.
We're sophomores, Izzy.
So,
Hey, Izzy, I'll go trick-or-treating with you.
really? You down?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you when I walked over to you. My neighborhood's really good. It's got big houses and big candy bars, so.
Liz, you in?
I guess.
Yay. Can we just come over now?
Yeah, let's go, come on.
So he learns his crush wanted to go trick-or-treating. Her friend wanted to go do galaxy gas. And he goes, why don't we just go trick-or-treating? All three of us. They agree and they come over to his house before any of them have to go out. And it turns out they have about 4 hours to kill. So there's 3 of you. And you have 4 hours to kill. What do? Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley.
Let's watch a movie?
Movie's a good idea.
Let's play Spin the Bottle.
Spin the bottle with 3 people is actually really funny, not gonna lie. And he's finally gonna do it. After 3 years of having a crush on the same girl, finally mustering up the courage to ask her out, which if you've had a crush on someone for that long and you want to just find out, maybe you should go for it as well. But after all this time, not to compare more thing again, after all this time, he finally leans in to kiss the girl. It's been 3 years and he's gonna do it.
Are you sure you want to kiss him?
Psych, his little brother's there to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, how to get your big bro to stop gooning. Make sure women don't touch him?
Huh?
I wouldn't kiss him if I were you.
I want you to remember that line. I want you to remember the little brother saying, I wouldn't kiss him if I were you, as we go into the end of this video. I want you to remember, oh my God, I can't believe I have to say this. I want you to remember the little brother going, I wouldn't kiss him if I were you. And hold on to that for the end of this video by tomorrow's teachings.
Why not?
He's a gooner. He goons all day to shibbity toilet. Look.
All right, first off, I don't have a little brother. I have a little sister, and she was always a lot nicer to me than I was to her growing up until about, I had to raise her. If I had a little brother and he tried this, oh, I'd beat him up so fast, so fast, so fast. Like, you finally, after 3 years, get the girl you've had a crush on to come over to your house, and your brother's like, let me just intrude real quick.
Ew.
That's gross. Oh my God.
See? Those are the lips of a certified goon king.
Certified Goon King is wild. Imagine being called that by your little brother, friend of the girl you've been crushing on for 3 years. That hurts me.
You put a camera in my room?
That was hilarious.
Also completely forgot about the implications of putting a camera in someone's room. That's wild. Just for the sake of there are plenty of things you don't want to see. Like the gooning. I don't want to pull up a video of my brother. I don't have one, but if I did, I don't want to pull up a video of my brother doing wrist exercises. I don't want to see that. I don't want to show that to anyone. That's... We're going to skip over all the bad parenting that is happening here. That's a conversation for an entirely different day. We have so many videos on parenting. Oh, there is a 0% chance you can guess what is going to happen in the next minute of this video.
Anthony took the biggest L with Izzy. No cap. The girl was a total 10. And he'd been eyeing his chance for weeks. And he knew it. So, in a last-ditch effort, he'd turned to the legendary Riz pill. Now, instead of a date with Izzy, he's got to give his little bro a crash course on what not to do. Anthony and Jake's bond went from bros to lovers. Real talk. They ditched their old lives and became gay, killed their parents for their fortune, and ended up in jail. Before long, the media was all over them, calling them the brothers with too much Riz. Now they were legends, living wild and vibing on a whole different level.
The brothers with too much Riz, from brothers to lovers, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I thought this video was just going to end and I was going to go, okay, cool. And then it did that. It cruel summered me. And I'll say that again. Not to say that this was a good ending by any means, but it was an unexpected one. It was very much an unexpected one. The 4 tomorrow's teachings videos I've seen now have all had some kind of wild ending. And I'm wondering if that's just their thing. And they're like, Dhar Mann, but what if we just like did something really weird at the end? Like, here's a trans woman who has magical powers and blows up a priest. That's a real video. The last video that I did, the one that got copyright struck and demonetized, the one that got demonetized and then moved over to Patreon, was a video of a woman who was hunting illegal immigrants and shooting them dead while they were crossing the border. And she got arrested and her son joined in, and she broke out of prison, and she and her son started a romantic relationship at the end. So no idea where any of these come from or where they're going. Whoever's writing these is just having a lot of fun telling us who they want to be. And that's terrifying. Oh, so I'm going to stop there. That is definitely a time for us all to have. If you are gooning to Skibbity Toilet, consider maybe gooning a little less. And if you're someone who has like a good family, a good close-knit family, consider that your little brother is actually your biggest op. How many ops you got? When you have siblings, there's too many options. Okay, bye. Baking a cake on stream tomorrow at twitch.tv/a20something loser. That is my girlfriend's channel. That'll be at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Besides that, I'm going to go think about all the terrible things that I've done and go, not actually that bad after watching this video. You don't have to say goodbye to me, but consider saying bye to Krobus. That man gets sad. If you don't say goodbye to him, between the hours of 12 a.m. and 3 a.m., he cries in this room very loudly, and then I can't sleep. So, do it for me. Do it for Kroby. Do it for yourself. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider dropping a subscription. And if you haven't liked this video, consider liking the video despite having to watch that ending. Thank you all for spending time with me. This is my favorite thing to do, and you are all, unfortunately, stuck with me because you're my favorite people to do it with. Okay. Become Greg and sub to Danny Gonzalez. Goodbye.